there, Dr. Andrea Schnowske from Freedom Chiropractic and Holistic Health and our YouTube channel, Health and Horsepower. This week, I want to talk more, and actually all month, I want to talk a little bit more about your relationships in your life, whether that is with your significant other or partner, your family members, your friends, and how those relationships are affected not only emotionally, but physically as well, and things that you can do to help reconnect with the people in your life or strengthen and nurture those relationships so that you feel supported, connected, and you've got a great family around you. So today I want to talk a little bit more about the real reason that your relationship might feel draining. Now, when it comes down to it, there are so many aspects of relationships that can affect how you feel, whether you feel supported, whether you feel like you have the right people behind you, supporting you, pushing you, and helping you to become a better person, or whether you feel like you've got nobody that has your back and is helping push forward. So one of the things that a lot of people are focused on is, well, it's got to be my hormones, or, there's got to be something wrong with me that I don't have that connection with my partner. But the reality is there are so many aspects to relationships. So emotional connection is a huge one. If you don't feel safe with this person, so whether that is a significant other, a partner, a family member, a friend, if you don't feel safe that you can be your 100% authentic self and express everything coming up and within your head, within your body, within your life, without feeling judged or punished, or feel like you can express those things without having some type of punishment come back at you. A lot of times when we don't feel safe, we don't feel like we can express ourselves and be our authentic selves. We tend to put masks on. And that emotional connection is so important for every relationship in your life, because if you are not emotionally connected, you can't be yourself. And that's going to affect where you don't feel like you can express, you don't feel like you can share, you don't feel like you can count on them to either support you or be there for you when you need them. But a lot of times we focus so much on the emotional connection that we forget that there's a physical aspect of our bodies that also needs support. So women especially, we tend to do everything by ourselves and go 100 miles an hour and multitask and be super mom and managing everything without relying on the people around us. And when it comes down to it, when we get in that kind of fight or flight survival mode where we are doing everything depending on no one, we are going to feel very alone. We're going to feel like we don't have somebody we can rely on that's going to be there, that's going to stand by us. And that is going to cause you to physically withdraw as well. And that can affect your hormones. So when it comes to the physical aspect, which is what I do in my office, I focus more on your body itself, your hormones, your organs, and how can we support your body physically so that you have what you need to function, to thrive, to have proper hormone balance so that you feel like you were in a spot where you're not constantly trying to just get out of survival mode, but you are thriving where you're at and you're able to reach out and connect and be there for other people and vice versa. So when it comes to the physical aspects of our body, when we're under chronic stress, that chronic stress is going to affect your HPA axis, your hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis. So those are the basically brain functions that direct not only your mood, so whether you are irritable or angry, whether you're short-tempered or have a short fuse going on, that's going to be pituitary gland. So that's going to be everything from thyroid function to fertility issues. And your adrenal gland actually is going to direct the function of your heart rate, your blood flow, your digestive system, your sleep. So a lot of times when we're under chronic stress, we can see our mood change. We're getting short, irritable. We are not really connecting. We're more snapping at people and trying to push them away. When we see our pituitary gland being affected, we can see changes in our hormone cycle. So we may notice that we're not having a libido. We may notice that our cycles are irregular. We may notice they're very heavy or painful, or we're having a lot of PMS symptoms, or we're having, longer periods or periods that are more frequent. When we have adrenal issues going on, I've seen everything from really high blood pressure when we're under stress to digestive issues that are like chronic to the point where I don't even want to eat because my stomach is so upset. My digestive system hates me. It doesn't matter what I eat. It's just always mad, to also having sleep issues where you're not able to sleep and recover and heal overnight. And all of those things are going to make you a very unpleasant person that is going to really struggle with reaching out for other people because you are not focusing on yourself. We've talked about self-care so much, But part of self-care is also taking care of your physical body. In my office, I typically want to look at your actual joints themselves, making sure that your joints are moving properly. Because if we have a joint issue, if we have arthritis, if we have a posture imbalance going on, that's going to cause muscles to work harder on one side. Or if we have a disc issue going on, that's going to cause muscles to spasm all the time. And what can happen is your body is reacting to your environment and reacting to what you're doing or not doing for yourself. So if we're having joint issues, disc issues, muscle spasms, arthritis, what's going to happen is you're going to have a kind of a low level of chronic pain going on that's going to stress the HPA axis disorder. And then on top of it, if we're not eating well, if we are having digestive issues because of the stress, your body is literally having to, because it's not getting the right nutrition in, your body's going to be digesting itself, which means we're going to lose muscle, which is going to cause more joint pressure, more arthritis, more issues, and more pain for you. But that same thing is also going to cause nutritional deficiencies that lead to hormone imbalances, that lead to sleep issues. And then if you're not sleeping, you can't heal, you can't function. When we are sleep deprived, we again are more irritable. So we're literally feeding this cycle over and over again because we're not focusing on taking care of ourselves first. So really, when it comes down to it, the real reason that you might feel drained in your relationship is not necessarily the emotional aspect. But I have a lot of resources for that. If you're interested, please send me a message or comment below, and I can give you some resources or some great experts that have some great information that can help you with that aspect. But the physical aspect of your body also can be a big factor. So if you are not pouring into yourself, if you are not taking care of yourself, if you're not sleeping well, if you're not eating well, if you have health issues going on, and you're not correcting that, you're not going to be in a good place to emotionally connect because your body is working against you. You're in fight or flight mode, survival mode, and nothing's going to be working how it's supposed to. So if that sounds like you and you want some help, please give my office a call. Again, Freedom Chiropractic and Holistic Health in the Peoria Metro Center. You can check our website out, freedompeoria.org, or you can call us 309-689-6200.